Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Silly Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. Been doing a good bit of trading lately. I'm trading watches, 4 watches in some cases. In almost all cases, good deals for both the trader and the tradee. This is one of those watches. I traded for this. It arrived a day or so ago. And this was an unofficial Grail watch. It's a watch that I had my eye on for a long time, especially since one of my watch buddies, Random Rob, had one. He had one of these. I don't know if it was the exact model or not. He actually did a watch challenge to himself where he wore this watch for 100 days in a row. And I don't think the man suffered one moment. And now I know why. It is a Rolex. And it's a beauty. This was a previously owned Rolex. I'm not exactly sure which date this was. I think it was somewhere, but I think this was around a 2017 or 2018 watch. But it is a previously owned watch. Everything, though, is in mint condition. I mean, it looks like this watch was basically a safe queen. Everything is in perfect shape. All the paperwork is included. You have the, you have the Submariner booklet. Oh, what a giveaway. Well, you have the card, the warranty booklet, the little wallet. Everything is, everything's here. Full kit. The inside of the box is in beautiful shape. But what counts the most is the watch itself. And the watch itself is perfect. It is a Rolex Submariner. And I know recently my friend Jason, Design Atelier, had a controversy of how do you pronounce the word? Is it Submariner? Is it Submariner? I think we established the overall consensus is it is Submariner. Although he did find one German guy speaking in German in his video and called it a Submariner. That doesn't really sound right. But, hey, whatever you want to call it. This is the Rolex Submariner. Now, a common myth, if you will, or a common mistake, is they refer to the Submariner that has the date complication on the dial as the Submariner, and everyone calls this one the Submariner no date. That is a mistake. Rolex in their catalog refers to this watch, this specific watch, as the Submariner, and the other one as a Submariner date. And you actually saw that on the booklet. Submariner and Submariner date. That's actually on the paperwork. So, this is a Submariner. This is the Submariner reference 114060. This was the Submariner that was released in 2012 and was in production until 2020 when it was replaced by a slightly larger version of itself, the 124060. 41 millimeter case instead of this 40, and it had a slightly different movement in it with a bigger power reserve, but it was basically an evolution of the movement that's in this watch. Very hard to tell the difference between the two, but I did confirm that this is a 114060. One of the best, if not the best, bezel movements in all of the industry. It is at the same time buttery smooth and clicky, commutatively clicky, if that is actually a phrase. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The oyster bracelet is flawless. There's not a mark on the clasp. Everything is, I think, as it looked as it came out of the Rolex factory. You have the double lock bracelet and clasp, milled. It has the glide lock system in it, where you can you basically pull this down like that, and then you can push and pull to your heart's content. With this system, you get, like they say, 20 millimeters of adjustment. I mean, the adjustment can go from here all the way out to here. So that's a big adjustment just with the glide lock. I want to get it back to where I had it, which was, I think, right about there. There. And it locks in beautifully and positively. Signed crown, as you would expect, with the 3 dots signifying the trip lock screw down crown, which disengages with a wonderfully audible pop. It's only a single click out for time setting, and of course you see it does active movement. There's no ghost position for the date. It's either in or out. The screw down re-engages very smooth. Great knurling on the bezel and on the crown, so it's real easy to grip you with wet fingers or with gloves on or whatever. And of course, you know about all the things about the Rolex. I mean, the build quality, the fact that they do practically everything in-house, the white gold indices and hands to prevent corrosion. Even the numbers on the bezel are filled with platinum to prevent corrosion. Superlative chronograph. It is a Kosk watch, plus minus 2 seconds per day. It's everything you expect out of a Rolex. This is the what they call the super case. It's a little bit chunkier than the previous iterations. Doesn't bother me. I like it. Fits me perfectly, as I'll show you right now. On my 7¼ inch wrist, this watch fits very nicely. I think I loosened it up a little too much. Very short lugs, and you can see from the down the barrel shot, it fits beautifully. Everything about this watch is understated, purposeful. There's no wasted parts or pieces or motion or anything like that. It's just beautifully made, solid in every respect. And I can see why people that buy these Submariners and the Submariner dates just love them to death. They just don't want to get rid of them. I mean, I have other Rolex, and they're all very nice, but for some reason, this one just, even though I've only had it for a little while, it just stands out more than a lot of the other ones I have. It's more substantial than the GMT Master watches that I have, and it just has more of a presence than the other Rolexes. And even though it's probably the most understated one, or one of the most understated Rolexes you can buy. I have my sheet of facts here so we can go over the particulars. As I said, this is the Submariner 114060. Simple three-hander with that beautiful Mercedes hand. It's just a classic. It is the model that was made from 2012 to 2020. It is now, this model is discontinued. It was replaced by the 124060. I went over the Submariner versus the Submariner date thing, so now you know. Now you'll not make that mistake anymore, and you'll impress the Rolex Melvins out there. You know, he called the Submariner with date. He called it the Submariner date. He didn't call it the Submariner. You'll impress people, maybe. Highly resistant to corrosion and discoloration. 904 steel on the case. They call it oyster steel. 904 steel on the bracelet and the clasp as well. Flat sapphire crystal, as you would expect. A little bit of a smudge there. I'll just fix that. Yeah, that's better. Flat sapphire crystal. This is a Cerachrome ceramic bezel insert on a 120 click 904 steel bezel. And as I said before, one of the best feeling and sounding bezels in the industry. The numbers, as I said before, and the indices on the bezel are platinum inlay. The hands and indices on the dial are white gold. And of course, you have the famous and proprietary blue chromolite lume that Rolex is famous for. Inside the solid case back is the 3130 Rolex movement with superlative chronograph, plus minus 2 seconds per day. You have a trip lock crown to give you that 300 meters water resistance. So this is a true diver's watch. 40 millimeter case, 48 millimeter on the tip to tip, 12.5 millimeters thick, and a 20 millimeter lug. Wonderfully proportioned watch. Everything is as it should be. It's thin enough you could wear it under a long sleeve. Wouldn't really make a good dress watch, but then again, you probably have a Rolex Cellini for that, so you don't need this to be the dress watch, but it can be a business watch, it can be a sports watch. Some people call this the ultimate tool watch, and you know what? After wearing it for a few days, I can definitely see why. It is an ultimate watch. It's very hard to think of a watch that is much better of an all-arounder than this. I think I have a couple of watches in my collection that I consider to be great all-arounders. The Tudor Pelagos is one of them. I think one of the Zelos Swordfish line is certainly another great all-around watch. Maybe a little thicker than it should be to be a true all-arounder, but I'd certainly put it in that category. This watch I definitely put in the best as an excellent all-around watch. And it's mine. My precious. No, sorry. But I'm very happy to pick this one up. Got a great trade-in on it. Again, working with my guy Robert over at European Watch Company. They got a lot of Rolexes over there, guys and gals. If you are looking for a Rolex, and again, not sponsored. They don't know I'm saying this. They don't know that I make videos even, I'm pretty sure. But I tell you, the last time, it seems like every time I look on their site, they've got over 70, 80 Rolexes up for sale. Daytonas, Subs, GMTs, Yachtmasters, Milgauss. They got a lot of them out there. So, everyone says they have trouble finding a Rolex for sale. Well, yeah, maybe you do it brand new, but maybe you're not looking in the right places. Anyway, I'm going to keep this one. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to wear the hell out of it. I don't know that I'll ever sell it. If I do, I bet you I get my money back, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm more worried about wrapping this video up so I can put it on my wrist. And that's what I'm going to do now. I hope you found this video to be useful, informative, entertaining. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. That does help me. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to troll me or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet in my comment section, I'm simply going to delete the comment and block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Please feel free to watch many more videos. I have many, many watch videos. I have many, many non-watch videos. I think last count I was up near 600 videos on there, so feel free. All I ask in return is you click that red subscribe button down there at the bottom. Don't forget to click the bell icon too, so that when I upload new material or I do a live stream, which is almost never about watches, unfortunately, but they are entertaining. Once I do start a live stream or upload a video, you will be alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. It is not getting any less crazy. So I ask all my viewers to please be careful out there, stay safe, be well. See you soon.